Good morning. It is Christmas Day, December 25th, 2023. And I just woke up, but I have something so amazing that I need to share with you. So I didn't, I just got up and turned on my camera, and here I am because this for me was amazing. So I woke up this morning and let me just say, I had an amazing time online with you all yesterday. I I was online for you, and you guys ended up giving back to me joy and peace and love, and I felt connected to my family. Oh, I'm tearing up. Happy tears. I just want to say thank you and big air hugs to all of you. And I look forward to doing this again today at 2 p.m. But I just quickly wanted to share with you, excuse me for my morning voice. I just wanted to quickly share with you that as I woke up this morning, I'm laying in bed reflecting on my dream. Oh, sorry, it's busy morning. Um, Phone's going off, beeping. Um, I was reflecting on a dream that I had. And then I was reflecting on things that we spoke about yesterday on the video. Then I started thinking about God, most importantly. And I was just reflecting on a topic that we were talking about yesterday, the Nephilim, the Bible study that we did, like just a brief little reading in the big honkin' Bible that I have. And I just calmed myself and I started thinking about God and how see, and I've lost my thought already, so just let me collect it for a minute. um, Maybe if I just start talking, it'll return to me because it was so profound. And I'm like, yeah. And I delayed making this video. Pain. Okay. So it was about predestination. It was about how, and this was a deep, deep thought that I've never considered before. So I'm just so excited. And okay. So mm, the buzzing on my phone doesn't help. Mm. So if I can articulate this, God, I need your help getting these thoughts together. Thank you. um, okay, so the Bible talks about us being predestined. And yesterday we were talking about the Nephilim. We were talking about Esau. We were talking about how, or I just mentioned how God hated Esau before he was born. He hated Esau in the womb, and I think it's in the book of Ezekiel or Isaiah that God tells us that Esau will not be found in heaven because he tried to kill his brother. So that is also including the clans of Esau, the descendants of Esau, because Esau married outside of his tribe. He married Canaanite women, and Canaanites were of the giant races, as we discussed there yesterday in the video. So it's starting to come back to me. So knowing that and knowing that we are predestined, God knows the beginning from the end. Okay, just think about that for a minute. That's very Very important. That goes, God knows the beginning and the end of all things, of everyone. Now, when you set out to create, do you focus on, okay, say you wanted to create this felt pen, okay? When you set out to create it, you have the end result in mind. And you draw the end result on a piece of paper. Then you basically have to reverse engineer what you see on paper to create what you see on paper. Meaning that you have to figure out what kind of ink to use, what kind of felt tip to use. Where am I here? There we go. I wanted to show the felt tip. What kind of felt tip to use, because I was showing it here. Lipstick. Yeah, you double dare me, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't feel good. But it's erasable. No, I'm gonna go wash my lips after. I'm not gonna go lick my lips. I'm gonna wash them. I know ink is not good for you, but I just felt somebody saying, yeah, I dare you to put it on your lips. Okay. So my point is this. Many people assume that God has left them. Many people have assumed that God does not want them. Many people assume that God does not love them. God says he will not leave us nor forsake us. God knows the beginning to the end. When you were a thought in his mind, when he said, let there be light, let there be stars in the sky, let there be plants on the earth, let there be. Whatever God said, let there be, and there was. He had the finished product in mind. So what does that tell us? This is the amazing part. Thank you, God. This is what I was contemplating this morning. I was contemplating on how I talked about the workbook journal that I have for people who are enduring suicidal thoughts and depressive thoughts. I have a workbook entitled The Spiritual Roots of Suicide. And in that book, I share with you the love letter that I was given by God. And yesterday in the video, I shared with you how I received that love letter after a deep, deep betrayal from somebody who I thought was closest to me. She was like a second mother to me. And something happened within the family, and a rift happened, and the relationship dissolved, and I was broken in two. I thought I would never, ever, ever be restored. Like my heart was just so broken. And I was in bed one day and I asked God, why do you love me? I was like sitting on my bed, crying, praying to God. So I was sitting on my bed and I had this paper with me and this pen. And I just asked, God, why do you love me? And it wasn't like, God, why do you love me? It was, God, why do you love me? You know, snot pouring out of my nose, eyes just leaking water like profusely, like my body shaking. Yeah, it was very dramatic because it was very real. And he wrote me a love letter as I transcribed what I felt he was impressing upon my heart. And he said, I love you, not for who you are, but who you are to become. And that's what I found myself thinking about this morning, that brought about this whole concept and idea of how God knows the beginning, the middle, and the end. And when he created you, when he thought of you in his mind. He did not have the thought of a mound of dirt in his mind. He didn't have the thought of dry bones in his mind. He had the finished product of you in mind. And that is how he sees you. He sees you not as you are, but he sees you as his finished product, completed works. He sees you as his completed works. And so it's our responsibility to take baby steps to see to it that we become the completed works of Jesus Christ and God our Father in heaven. So with that, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go get ready for our video date today at 2 p.m. It's Christmas, and for those of you who are stranded at home during this Christmas season for whatever time, please join me as we have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and we sit and we chat about anything. Share with me your comments, questions, or suggestions. And if you do not feel like you want to contribute with your comments, questions, and suggestions, but you do have them, please email me anonymously here at my following email address. So God bless and see you soon.